Hey guys, how are we going? Today we have a game between RVK Kiss BB, who I believe is Tim playing in red, and his opponent Mr. Yo playing in blue. I believe they are both Huns. So what do I have to say about this game so far? Well, there's an interesting thread on AOC Zone that I've seen recently, which doing this game with Tim actually sparked my memory. So basically the story is Viper and Tim went at it like they usually do. We know there's a lot of grudge matchy stuff going on there. And apparently Viper paused it to go do something. And apparently, I haven't heard the story from both sides, I've just read what's on the forums. Apparently, Tim unpaused it and kept playing while Viper was gone. So, guys, what's your opinion on that? What's your opinion on pausing etiquette? If you're going to pause it, how long do you think it would take for your opponent to unpause it on you? And what do you think should be the minimal pause time? Like, if your opponent pauses it and is gone for 5 minutes, would you unpause it and keep playing, is basically what I'm trying to say. And if your opponent's gone for 10 minutes, would you unpause and keep playing? Or if your opponent just pauses it, would you just unpause? So, what do you think the rule on that should be? Do you think that you shouldn't be allowed to unpause full stop? Or if there's 5 minutes, you think that that's honestly enough to be annoying? So, definitely get back to me on that. Definitely post in comments what you think. So let's have a look at the bases over here, and we've got Mr. Yo being scouted out here by the looks of it. And so we've got Mr. Yo's gold up here. Not bad, honestly, but it's not going to be in a nice wall-off position unless he wants to wall off the section here. We have a bit of scout villager combat here. We know what's going to happen there. And Tim going for the boar steal, actually, and this one looks like it might get out. Nope, there we go. Mr. Yo reacting really quickly there, putting down that piece of palisade and saving that boar. And the question is, yep, Tim's going back for it again. He's going to go, and he wants this boar right now. What's going to happen? Only on 18 hit points there, and getting back, and there we go. So Scout going off there doesn't have enough hit points to lure it across the map, I believe. So Mr. Yo going to look to wall off this section here, and this section here by the looks of it. This section as well, and this section as well. Mr. Yo's got a nice gold mine over here, and getting that extra gold there symbolizes that he's going to be going for the drush, going to go for the 3 militia. So gold, not bad position there, and it looks like Mr. Yo's actually lost his scout. That is really going to cost him. We've got this backberry bush here for Mr. Yo, going to be able to wall off this section here. Backstone, not bad. These deer are definitely within reaching distance, so could lure some of them in with his scout, but it's dead. And honestly, he doesn't have bad position. If he walls off across here, and here, and here, he's going to have a lot of resources inside this area, and he could probably go to castle pretty quickly. We do have Tim already going a few lages though, and of course, Mr. Yo is going to be a lot slower, especially if these militia coming in at 10 minutes. That's pretty slow, but it's not too bad. So Tim, forward gold here, that's going to be very easy to harass, so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes to this one here first. Walls off across here and here, and that wall off there should be natural. He knew this drush was coming, so he expected this here, and it looks like this village is going to take a bit of damage right now, retreating off to the town center, doing the smart thing there. And looks like he's going to go to sheep. Yep, smart plan there. And Mr. Yo's really going to have to watch these militia right now. He's got a spearman out here, not going to be able to do too much against. But if he lures them towards the town center like this, and Mr. Yo is not paying attention right now, what are you doing, Mr. Yo? He just lost 3 militia there to nothing. Didn't even kill a villager. Tim now definitely has the upper hand. He's up by 128. Mr. Yo, not even in feudal age yet, only halfway there. Those scouts, if those scouts get in, no, there we go. Mr. Yo's done this smart thing, and he's walled off. However, being a bit of a wall whore there and going for 2 layers of palisade, of course, it's not too bad. If you're in the situation where you have to do it, it does pay off, but it is extremely annoying to your opponent. But hey, as long as you survive that extra bit, you should be alright. What do we got? We've got a stable coming up here, so it looks like Mr. Yo is going to go scouts as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw the double stable before the archery range, actually. Especially because he's got these scouts here. Scouts, of course, as we know, are very, very decent against other archers. Skirmishes in particular, they absolutely destroy. So, what are we seeing? We're seeing a archery range come up for Tim. Not a bad idea, honestly. And there we go. So, taking this back gold here instead, 4 on there, which means we can be expecting to see quite a lot of archers out. Either that or some men-at-arms, but what are the honest opinion on that? Men-at-arms never get used in these games. Unless you're Carlos, of course, in that case you can do a hell of a lot of damage. So, what have we got? We've got lots of units in play, not a few around at the moment. Looks like we've just got Tim scouting about and trying to figure out a way in here. We've got quite a few scouts for Mr. Yo, but look, especially if he's non-stop being producing. And there we go, so we've got 5 scouts there for Mr. Yo, and it looks like he's deleted off this section here. And it doesn't look like Tim's going to notice this. He's just going to keep going for the wall here. Very interesting. Whether or not he'll notice it, yep, that scout's gone through there. That could prove interesting. Doesn't look like he noticed it. And we do have these scouts coming across the map now for Mr. Yo. And Tim not realizing, going past his town center, not expecting this at all. And he could lose quite a few villages here if he's not careful. And that one, there's just, these villagers just going to get away. That one there on 1 hit point. And losing a scout there, definitely worth the trade though, taking out that villager. And Spearmen naturally pushing them all away. However, we do have scouts and archers into Mr. Yo's base right now. This can be extremely painful to watch right now, especially if these archers can get up on the hill on top of this gold mine. They could do a lot of damage right there. That villager just making it out of there. And it looks like these scouts here are going to be extremely useful versus these archers. But this spearman here, it is only on 41 health, but that's still a lot of health when you got scouts. And we've got these scouts coming back right now, so we could see a full, just caning of scouts here. Here we go. So trying to take out that spearman first and getting rid of it and forcing Tim back across the map right now. This could be Mr. Yo's chance to get back in the game. Here we go. And Mr. Yo is back on front. This game is literally, there's about 5 points in it. These spearmen though, definitely hurting Mr. Yo right now. Not going to be able to help too much there at all. And then we just had a small bit of lag because widescreen does actually use a lot when you use it with fraps at the same time. You'd be surprised how much it actually uses. Going for some arch kills there, getting the one. And it looks like, there we go, Tim finishing a full wall off right here. So not going to be able to do quite a bad job, honestly. But these scouts here are going to be pretty much useless. Do we have Mr. Yo not going up? And Tim is halfway towards Castle Age right now. He's got the double archery down. So we could honestly expect right now to see the archers, cavalry archers, Hunnish cavalry archers right now. Of course, we do know Hunnish cavalry archers are very, very strong. We've got a lot of lag right now. So, continuing this game, I just paused it quickly there if you couldn't tell, because that was really laggy and I did not like it at all. It was actually disgustingly laggy, so if that happens at all, I don't know why it is either. It's not like I've got other programs or something running right now, but you know how it is. Fraps uses a lot, especially when you use AOE in a widescreen. It's not very helpful. So, I think I said that before anyway. So, Mr. Yo continuing to come around here, and the scores are literally, there's like 4 points in it, literally. And Tim just going up to Castle there, so going to be able to do that. However, we do have the +1 attack and +1 armor upgrades currently for Mr. Yo. So, Mr. Yo could be looking to go the path of the knight. Right now, it's about 200 points in Tim's favour. He does have the +2 and +1 upgrades there. We are seeing the crossbowman upgrade, definitely worth it considering he's got so many out on the field. And we do see cavalry archers being produced as well. His scouts, of course, going to be able to do fair damage if these spearmen do not get in the right position there. At the front, though, probably the best way to have it. And that crossbowman upgrade is going to do a lot of damage. We know that crossbows are extremely effective against scouts when they're in large numbers. When they're outmassed, they are pretty hard to kill. So, Mr. Yo going for the complete wall in right now, going with stone walls. And it doesn't look like that we're going to be able to get much harassment in this game, honestly. It looks like that Mr. Yo's done a pretty good job of walling off. Tim is definitely going to have to put down some siege if he wants to get into it. Town Center coming up here for Mr. Yo's opponent, Tim. I nearly said Mr. Yo. Actually, I did say it, I just kind of twisted it. So this cavalry archer is going to be quite effective. Might get that plus. Are we going to be expecting that +1? I can't see that other +2. And Mr. Yo going to Castle Age there. So what's he going to do is my question. He's got 3 archeries up. So he's going to go for the cavalry archer by the looks of it. And that means that those plus upgrades that he's already got on his knights are going to be pretty much useless. And there we go, we have a siege workshop coming up for Tim right now. Tim going to be able to get battering rams, smash his entire way in here. Could even go with a mangonel, do some damage to these. Mr. Yo definitely going to want to get a mangonel out. Those crossbows are going to be able to do a lot of damage if he's not careful. And we've got, there we go, so we've got a battering ram coming up for Tim, so Tim is going to be pushing in. However, not paying attention here and losing a lot of archers right there. That is going to be, that was painful to watch. We do have a light cavalry down here for Mr. Yo though. Losing at that, I think it's something like 250 food for those upgrades. Not a big damage there. But losing pretty much all of that light cavalry there. Could have pursued with those cavalry archers and taken this out, but not a lot he could really do against that there. We do have 2 mangonels out currently for Mr. Yo, so he's going to be able to do quite a lot of damage if he continues to go up against crossbows. But it looks like Tim's done a complete switch here into crossbow, well, cavalry archers right now. So those cavalry archers are going to be able to do a lot of damage. This battering ram here, push out. Battering rams are quite expensive. And it looks like he might lose it, honestly, to this light cavalry. However, Tim taking this heart position here. 26 HP left on it. Probably could have gone for it. And deciding, can't decide what to do there. We do have these mangonels coming forward. And, ooh, that is going to hurt. And it looks like this battering ram does go down there. So Mr. Yo looking to be in a good position right now. He's actually up by 300, 400, 300 points now. So Mr. Yo is actually in a great position here, especially if he can get a lot of damage done to these cavalry archers. We do have knights starting to come out for Tim though. Whether or not that's just a desperation knight or a knight to throw his opponent off track, I can't tell. And Mr. Yo getting boxed in here could actually be in a lot of trouble. Mr. Yo currently up by 150 points, so it's definitely able to go each way. And it looks like Tim has had to expand it. He's used up all his gold here. He's going to have to expand up to here. And it looks like Mr. Yo is boxed in. He's going to lose all of these cavalry archers. This is hard to watch. Mr. Yo not going up to... Neither player looking like they are going to go up to Imperial. And more cavalry archers is being created right now for Mr. Yo. He's going hard on all his gold mines. He's got a population of 100 and... Sorry, Tim has a population of 131, and we have a population of 82 for Mr. Yo, so Mr. Yo could be in a lot of trouble when it comes to the population count. And Tim coming in with all his cavalry archers, this could just about be a good game for Mr. Yo. He's not got a lot left he can do. He can get in, try and do some harassment, but he's walled off quite well. He's got town centers around all of his possible angles to attack in. Big, just carnage of cavalry archers right there. And there we go, so he's going in, he's going for it, but it looks like he might get boxed in again, especially if these cavalry archers here come down and force him across it and garrison this town center. Not going to garrison. We do have a relic being picked up there though, and we do have a second gold camp there, or gold area up for Tim right now, using that town center there. Quite smart idea. And we do have this cavalry archer army over here, pretty much being cut off from his main base. So I reckon if Mr. Yo really wanted to right now, he could probably push into here, get some of these gold miners down, push into here. Could definitely sit up here and get a few of these ones in, and it looks like all these builders are coming up here. Look like he's going to a different lumber camp. But here we go. We've got forward going for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo is going to be up against a forward castle right now. This is going to be extremely dangerous, especially as it picks across at these walls here. We do have a siege workshop coming up for Mr. Yo, though, going to be able to do some damage to this. However, he's going to be outdone with the cavalry archers right now. Does he have a mangonel? He does not have a mangonel about to. And it looks like this castle is going to finish. Castle's going to be able to absolutely start pushing on Mr. Yo here. Going to be extremely painful for him. And here we go, and Tim is feeling very safe. He's putting the lumber camp up here, advancing out to this forward gold. And it looks like these cavalry archers here might take a loss unless they keep shooting at these villagers. Nope, going to lose that one there. And Mr. Yo is in a lot of trouble right now. He's boxed in. All he's got left is these gold mines here. 98 on that one, 360 on these ones, and still roughly 700 on each of those ones. So that's not too bad. But definitely going to be able to do it down. And we've got another forward castle coming up here for Tim. So Tim just pushing forward with castles at this point. That mangonel doing next to no damage. And it looks like this might be a good game for Mr. Yo, especially because Tim is going Imperial Age as well. Mr. Yo not going Imperial Age. He's got very low resources at this time. He can't put up his own castle yet, so he's not going to be able to use that to defend. His battering rams here, though, doing a great job. Going to be able to hold out against this castle. So if he can take this castle down here, he could be in a good situation. However, if we do have all these cavalry archers push back, they are going to be able to do a lot of damage to these battering rams. So that's 4 battering rams in that castle there, plus a mangonel, going to be able to do quite a lot of damage to that one. But over here, we can see that these cavalry archers are going to do quite a lot of damage, honestly. They may do minimal damage, but when they're this massed, could be in a lot of trouble. We've got another ram coming in there, and there we go. Tim is going up to Imperial Age, so we can expect to see the last upgrades on his cavalry archers, as well as going up to heavy. And it looks like this castle might just survive, actually. Taking this ram here out, 2 more to go. And this castle is definitely going to stay up right now, and that's a good game for Mr. Yo. You've got nothing you can do right now. Lost your gold mine here, this one here. This one's going to be pushed on extremely soon, especially with all these cavalry archers in the game right now. Tim is about 8,000 points. Mr. Yo on 6,500. Not going to be able to come back from this. If he can, I will be extremely amazed, considering the amount of units he has. He has pretty much nothing. Trebuchet coming out for Tim, going to be able to pick away at this town center. These units over here not going to be able to do a lot. And here we go. We've got a fast mining camp coming up there to block that. Good idea. But Mr. Yo doing the smart thing, resigning out there. Not a lot he could have done, honestly. So a good game there played by Tim. Not a lot Mr. Yo could have done once he. If this castle came down, could have helped Mr. Yo a lot, but seems it stayed up. That pretty much sealed the game for Tim. So let me know what you think on the fact of pausing, unpausing that I mentioned at the start of the game. What do you think should be, well, what should be the regular there? What should the rules be? So thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.